How to play Minecraft the card game. Race your friends to craft the most valuable tools. Mine resources, craft tools, blast TNT, and gain points, but watch out for those creepers. Step 1. Set up resource cards. Shuffle all the resource cards and special cards, diamond, gold, iron, stone, wood, wild, TNT and creeper, into one deck. Next, deal them face down into 5 piles of 15 cards each. Then turn each pile over so that the cards are facing up. Craft cards. Shuffle all the craft cards and then deal them into 4 piles of 6 cards each, crafting side up. Note, there will be 1 craft card left over. Set it aside as this will become your discard pile. Card holders. Each player is given a reserve card holder. Step 2. Playing the game, turns. Youngest player goes first. On their turn, the player may perform 2 actions. When the player has completed the 2 actions, it is the turn of the next player. Actions. There are 3 types of actions to choose from: mine, craft, and reserve. You may perform them in any combination you want, even the same action twice. For example, use 2 actions to mine 2 resources. Use 1 action to mine and 1 action to craft an item. Use 2 actions to craft 2 items. Use 1 action to mine and 1 action to reserve a card. Use 1 action to craft and 1 action to reserve a card. Mining. If a player chooses to mine a resource card as an action, the player takes 1 resource card from the top of one of the 5 resource card piles and place it in front of him or her. There are 5 kinds of resource cards. Some are plentiful and some are more rare, therefore more valuable. Crafting. If the player chooses to craft as an action, the player trades in the collected resource cards to acquire a craft card. The craft cards have icons on them that designate how many resources are required to craft that card. For example, if a craft card has 3 diamonds and 2 wood icons on it, you must turn in resource cards equal to 3 diamonds and 2 wood to craft it. If your resource cards don't match the required resources exactly, you may overpay for the craft card but you will not receive the difference back. Craft cards have a game point value. The points are what you add up to win the game. Remember this when choosing which items to craft. Craft cards also have a tool icon. This represents which item the player has crafted. A player can only craft an item that's on top of one of the craft card piles. Once that player has traded the required resources to craft an item, the player will remove the card off the pile and place it in front of him or her. Discard the resource cards. Reserving. If you desire a certain craft card but are unable to trade for it, you may put the card in reserve. The player must take the craft card from the top of one of the 4 deck piles and place the card in his or her card holder. Only 1 craft card can be reserved at a time. Special cards. There are a number of special cards hidden among the resource card piles. They are wild cards, TNT, and creepers. A wild card may be used as any one type of resource. You may not split the value of the wild card. For example, a 3 wild card can be used as 3 diamond or 3 wood, but not as 2 diamond and 1 wood. If the player mines a TNT card, the player must play it immediately. The player takes the TNT card and the other top resource cards from the other 4 piles. The player chooses 2 of the resource cards to keep, and discards the rest including the TNT card. When a player mines a card and removes it from a pile, if the player exposes a creeper card beneath it, then all players must discard a resource card. The creeper card is then discarded. Step 3. Using tools. Each tool the player has crafted has a special power. The player may use these crafted tools at any time during the game, and using a tool does not count as an action. When the tool has been used, flip the craft card face down to show the tool side. This shows that the tool has been used and cannot be used again. The craft card's points still count even when the tool has been used. Special powers. Below are the different powers each of the crafted tools grant. Sword may be used when a creeper card is exposed to keep from having to discard a resource card. Shovel may be used to force another player of your choice to skip one action on their next turn. Pickaxe may be used to get one extra action on your turn. Axe may be used to count as 2 wood when crafting an item. Hoe may be used to clear the top card off every resource pile. Step 4. Winning the game. The player who accumulates the required game points first wins. 2-player game, 24 points. 3-player game, 20 points. 4-player game, 16 points. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Brought to you by Experience Bar, Next Level Coffee.